Hey roomies, it's your girl Miss K. Put a baby behind that. Back again with another video. Today, of course, I'm bringing you another keto friendly recipe. We'll be cooking garlic butter Cajun spice salmon with asparagus and stuffed mushrooms. So make sure you watch this video to the end to get all of the good details and extra juicy recipe. See you guys in a minute. Okay, hey roomies, we're back. So I have some salmon that I have pre-sectioned off on a previous day. I have cut the sections because it started off as a whole piece of salmon and put it in the little freezer bags to make it easier for later use. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw these little slices, these little fillets of salmon that I've cut up. Make sure they're all separate. And now we're gonna get to seasoning. Now, one thing I love about salmon is that you don't need a lot to season it. So I love to add black pepper to anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of black pepper. Not too much, just a little bit. Obviously, with any seafood, lemon pepper is a major go-to. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the lemon pepper on in. Not too much, you see. Salmon already has a really great flavor, so you don't have to do too much. I'm now gonna spice it with some Cajun seasoning. This is where the majority of my seasoning kicks in. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up, make sure that it's well seasoned on both sides. I just kind of massage all of the seasonings in to both sides. I don't have to season both sides in order to do that because I can just massage it through and get both sides nice and seasoned. That also allows me not to overly saturate it in salt and things that we do not want to like have in our system too much, because it will give us high blood pressure and diabetes and things like that. And those are things that we don't want. So you see, it's a nicely seasoned piece of salmon. All of them. All nicely seasoned. Evenly. On both sides. One's not missing tender love and care. They all have been tenderly cared for. And if you do happen to notice that one of your sides needs a little bit more tender love and care, feel free to add a little bit more seasoning. So I'm gonna go ahead, these are now all nicely seasoned. I'm gonna go ahead and put these off to the side and get started on my mushrooms. This is super quick and super easy. I really love making these keto meals that are fast and easy because I work a very hectic schedule all week and I do not want to have to worry about what I'm gonna eat and when I'm gonna eat it. So after we're done with this, I'm gonna show you how I prep for the week. So we're gonna go ahead and take these nice baby bellas. I'm gonna rinse them off because obviously this is fungi, this has been in the ground, you know. So you wanna make sure you clean this thoroughly. Much like I said, mushrooms grow from the ground, okay? So if you're not cleaning this thoroughly, I don't know what you are cleaning thoroughly, because this needs to be thoroughly clean. Okay, so I'm gonna clean the rest of these. You'll notice that some of the skin may peel, and that's totally fine. I'm okay with that, at least, you know. See this dirtier layer peel off. I'm totally fine with that, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the rest of these off. For video purposes, I'm not gonna record the sound of the freaking water rushing. I'm just gonna clean them up, and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, we're back. These are all nice and cleaned up now. So you may have some like this one who are just so eager to shed their stem. That is so totally fine. I'm still gonna dig in here a little bit and gouge out a little bit of this mushroom. All of this black part, I'm gonna take it out. I don't want that. So I'm just gonna scrape it out. Totally fine if you do want that in there. I personally just don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all of them and do that, and then rinse out the insides of them till I get a nice clean inside of a mushroom. I am not gonna be using the stem for this recipe. However, I will keep these because this is still a good mushroom and use it at a later date. So I will go ahead and put all of these off to the side to use them later. It's easy just to pull these right on out so you can get to that black part. So you can just go ahead and twist and pull. Just twist and pull. Just like if you eat crawfish, if you twist and pull it, you'll do the same thing here. Just twist and pull. Comes off super easy and whole. Just twist and pull. So like I said, you can choose to keep the inside of this like black fuzzier layer if you'd like. I do not like, so I just go on inside of this like so and lift up under like this, you know. I go ahead and flick up with the knife to get that part of the mushroom gone. I don't want it inside of here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these off camera, and then I'll come back and show you what we'll be stuffing these with. Be back in a bit once these are all gouged out. Okay, so I'm back, and I just wanted to show you all of this icky stuff that I was taking out. I don't know about you, but for me, looking at anything that has like holes or like this texture, it makes my skin itch and crawl. Okay, I cannot, and I repeat, I cannot eat anything that's gonna make my skin crawl. So let's go ahead and get this taken off of here. And trash it. Period. Let's get that out the goddamn way. Okay? I'm gonna take these off of here so I can rinse off this cutting board real quick. Now you're probably wondering, what the fuck is she finna go ahead and stuff these with? Okay, so first of all, I made some meat the other day. And I packed on top of it some cheese because I knew that today I was gonna be using this for my mushrooms. So I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer that into another bowl. Make sure I stir up all the cheese and everything in there. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add my favorite ingredient, cream cheese. Just one nice spoonful. You don't need a whole lot. I'll say 1.5. Get that out the way. Now this is not going to be as creamy as the bell peppers. That's why you have a lot less of the cream cheese. We're going to go ahead and mix that in just like we did with the bell peppers. Okay, so now that's all nicely mixed. We have in total 9 baby bellas that we're gonna stuff. And you're just gonna take one forkful, literally, and slide it into the baby bella. Some of them you'll notice are smaller than others, so they'll need a little less to go inside of it because they're smaller. So there's a smaller portion you need to add. Others will be a little larger and need a little bit more stuffed into them. Like this one, for instance, which is the Holy Mother. Okay. Last but certainly not least is this one. Well, I like to add right on top just a little bit more cheese to each of them. I'm going to pack that on top. Just a nice little layer of cheese that I like to pack right on top of these. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and place these along with the salmon onto a baking sheet. If you'll follow me over to this part of the kitchen. Just gonna go ahead. You guys know I'm a fan of easy cleanup, so I always put some aluminum foil down onto my baking sheet before I start baking. So bam, there goes the baby bellas. Now we're gonna add the salmon fillets on here. And you'll have to get like a little creative with the arrangement of the salmon so that they'll all fit. My oven has been baking since I very first started at 350. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in at the top shelf. And now we're gonna get started on our asparagus. I'll be right back. So this part is super, super easy and super, super simple. And it's done super, super quick. And you can honestly just do this at the end of the meal when you're about to take the food out of the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead, because this is keto friendly, I'm using real butter, 100% organic butter. However, if you're not on keto and you're not really caring if this is keto friendly, feel free to use margarine. Otherwise, if you're like me and you're trying to stick to keto, go ahead and pull out your butter. I'm gonna go ahead and do about 2 tablespoons of butter, but I'm gonna break it down into each of the tablespoons so that it'll melt quicker. all melted up. Super, super simple. Asparagus is super good, super, super yummy and delicious. The only thing to be cautious of when you are intaking asparagus is the quantity, because you can get very, very, very constipated, and that's not fun. So then after your butter has melted, after that's all melted, you're just gonna go ahead and take a tablespoon of garlic. Add that in and make sure it gets all into the butter. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my asparagus and start laying it into the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I get all of my asparagus nicely sauteed. I'm gonna add a little bit more butter at this time. But I'm just basically tossing this asparagus to make sure that it all gets in the butter and the garlic that's already in the pan, which is perfect. It already smells super, super good in here. Super, super, super good. Just a little bit more butter, cause I'm a butter fiend. Butter fiend, butter fiend, cause I'm a butter fiend. And just make sure you get those all tossed into the butter. And you just allow that to cook for a little while, and then you're basically all done. That's all you have to do with asparagus to make it super yummy. If you want to add a little bit more zing to it, you can take about a quarter of a lemon and squeeze that in as well, and that'll give it a little bit more of a zesty taste. But for this recipe, I'm not going to be doing that. I just want the garlic butter. That's absolutely all I need, is some garlic and some butter. And garlic is super healthy for your colon, your kidneys, your heart. So I'll try and incorporate garlic into a lot of meals that I make. And yeah, once these are done cooking and everything's all done and plated, I'll come back and show you the finished product. Bam, the finished product. See those cheesy baby Bella stuffed mushroom, that gorgeous Cajun lemon pepper spiced salmon, and that garlic butter asparagus. Oh my god, mouth watering. Make sure you guys try this recipe.